Queen. It is a word which takes a lot of responsibility, a lot of accountability, a lot of resilience and patience. Good morning, beautiful. Welcome to Creating in Abundance. My name is Pooja, and in this one, I'm going to talk about perseverance. Not just any strategies or techniques that we normally talk about to embody that queen energy that we are striving to have and hone in ourself, in our mindset, in our way of being. Today, we are talking about perseverance that is so much needed in your journey of self-discovery and enhancing and embodying that queen energy. So without any further ado, let's get started. Relax, receive, and I hope this message finds you in the right time, in the right place, in the right moment. Why did I choose to talk about perseverance today? When we look at social media, when we look at people around us, we see one side of the experience they are going through. We just see one side of life they are going through. We don't know what is happening behind closed doors. Perseverance is something where you need to keep on going, and it is something where you have to push yourself when your situation is not ideal. When your situation is not ideal, and that's not a place where you are easily able to thrive and grow. It is a moment when there is darkness everywhere. It is a moment when you feel like giving up. It is a moment when you are empty and lonely inside despite of all the smiling faces. It is a moment when you feel so alone, when you're surrounded by people, when you are in a room filled with a bunch of people, but you're so lonely inside. Yes, you might be smiling on the outside, but you are lonely in the inside. I'm talking about that time when things are not as you want it to be. I want you to know that it is okay. And I want you to know that this is just one phase of your life. I want you to know that this is just one chapter. That's the kind of perseverance I'm talking about. It is to keep on going with all the mental resilience that you have, because that's the deciding factor that will actually make you a queen. Because if you are watching this, a part of you knows that even if you're surrounded by darkness, even if everything around you feels vague, even when you know that you are in a breaking point and you're fighting with the last strand of energy you have, you know that you're meant to shine. You know that you're meant to thrive. You know that you were meant for things greater than this in your life. So this message is for you, because that person was me. It was aching and I just wanted to let go. I just did not have any strength to keep going. But the only thing that kept me going is faith, is belief in the higher power that something will change. So let's talk a little deeper about embracing and honing your queen energy even when the times are not ideal and when you are going through a difficult time. Because you know what? As easy as people make it seem, queen, it is a word which takes a lot of responsibility, a lot of accountability, a lot of resilience and patience. Because the crown of a queen is not just a crown that is worn. It is tested during the times of trial, where she needs to constantly justify why she is wearing that crown. It will be tested. You will be tested and you'll be born through trials. So what do you do when the world feels heavy? Know and remind yourself, the world might feel heavy. It might feel challenging. You might be going through so many things. You might be wanting to give up. It might be the relationship you're going through. It might be your health. It might be your health that is getting tested. It might be your career. It might be the situation. It might be the challenge that you're facing at home with your relationships, in your friendships, in your career. It can be anything which might be bringing you down. But it is your responsibility to constantly remind yourself that you have a heart of a queen and you chose into this identity, and you chose into being one. How will a queen in the times of despair, in the times of darkness, shine? Ask yourself, how will the queen show resilience when she is tested? How will she conquer her fear? How will she get through that challenge? Some moments and some phases in your life is not for flying. You need to take every bit of energy that is present in your system to keep going. If you can't fly, you just have to walk, run. And if nothing is possible, you have to crawl and take one day at a time. With that heart of a queen, with that faith that everything is going to work out, with that unshakable faith, with that unshakable belief within yourself, in your higher self, that things are getting better. This is just a chapter of your life. It is not the entire book. You need to turn the page and keep on going. Every step that you're taking forward in your life is a majestic journey because your focus is ahead. It is not in the past. You have to forgive people who never even apologize to you. You have to get through life. And you have to let go of things which you're so deeply connected to, but you know it was not good for you. You need to get rid of habits which you know is not serving you and your highest good. You need to let go of things that you're so attached with, but you need to let go because it's not good for you. Sometimes it can hurt people, but you need to think and watch out for yourself. What is good for me? What is good for my higher self? What is good for my growth? What is good for my quantum leaps? What is good for the person that I'm trying to be? You need to trust your heart and you need to trust your intuition. What is good? What is serving the highest good that is within you? You need to trust that intuition. You need to heal yourself from all the things that you have gone through, because no one is going to come and do it for you. It is your personal journey and you need to do it yourself. You need to shift yourself from the darkness and ask yourself, what is this moment in life trying to teach me? God, universe, my higher self, whatever you address it as. I like to address it as God, but ask that higher self, the God that is present within you, what is this experience trying to teach me? Does this serve my highest good? What can I learn from this experience? And keep on going. When you call yourself the queen, we are not referring to the outside world. You are not the queen of the external world where you live. You rule your world and you become the queen when you have control, when you have power over your internal world. Be the queen of your internal world. Have control, because it's never about ruling the world outside you. It is always about ruling the world inside you. Conquer the world which is within you. That is when you become a true queen who can flow with life and even thrive when she's tested. She accepts that life is never going to be perfect. She needs to take it one moment at a time, one day at a time, but she perseveres. Because she believes in herself, because she has conquered the world within her with her queen energy, with the mindsets, with the habits, with the practices she does on a daily basis to keep herself going. So even if you're in darkness, even if you're in pain, even if you're going through an adverse journey, transform and transmute that pain into power and wisdom, and build that pain and power into a throne where you sit, where you establish yourself, where you are okay with going through all those experiences. Own your painful experiences, own your mistakes, own what you have gone through in your past, learn from it and share it with people who might be able to get some knowledge and wisdom from what you have learned. Isn't it? Just a year ago, that's the exact moment I was in, where I was struggling to just survive, where I was just asking God, when is this going to be over? Please, when is this going to be over? I don't want to go through this thing anymore. I was constantly praying. And you know what? God answered. It might take time. If you're in a righteous path, if you're constantly asking for forgiveness, if you feel like If your heart knows that even if you're getting tested, but if you're in the right path, you're doing a noble thing, you know you are in integrity with yourself and whatever you are doing is a noble thing. If you have asked for forgiveness, if you have owned your mistake, and if you know that you are in the righteous path, you will be protected and you will be saved. It might take some time. Sometimes God answers your prayer in the divine time. It may not be the right time, and it may not be instantly, but it will happen in the right time, in the divine time. So have that faith and keep on going with all the tools and weapons that you have gathered so far. Take those weapons out from your toolkit, all the affirmations, all the prayers, all the journaling that you have done, all the knowledge you have gained and gathered so far. Use all of that and become so strong. Have so much faith and learn to surrender, because magic will happen. You will transmute this pain and get to the righteous place that you really desire to be. Because when in pain, when you're hurt, when you're in agony, when you're in despair, that's where you are growing your wings. That's where you're getting stronger. That's where you're getting more powerful. That's where you're getting more resilient. So maybe it is a blessing in disguise. Whatever experience that you might be going through at the moment, maybe that is a blessing in disguise. So all those days when you're in a room filled with a group of people, when you're in a crowd, when you're smiling on the outside and hurting in the inside, I feel you. I see you. I know you. I am you. I was you. But you know what? It gets better. It gets better. Just hold on. It gets better. So send up those prayers. Talk to your higher self. Know that you are not alone in this journey. Have faith and know that it will come. It might not be in the time that you desire, but it will come to you in the divine time, which is the right time. So from now on, make a pact with yourself. Make a pact with me. Write down in the comments in this moment now. Pause this video and write it now. I make a pact with myself. I commit to myself that I'm never going to look back. I'm never going to look in this moment with sorrow and despair and hopelessness. I am going to learn. I am going to make this decision today to stride and to move forward and to have faith and move with resilience, with all the energy and courage that I have, with all the resources that I have, with all the wisdom I have had, because I've done this before. I can do it again, and as I do it, I become stronger, and as I do it, I become wiser, and as I do it, I become more and more empowered and get to be the queen that I've always been, and get to own the throne as the queen that I've always been. So now get in your queen energy, wear that crown, transmute that pain, transmute that fear, transmute that sorrow and all the negative things that you're feeling, and make that into your throne and stay in your power, because you are powerful, you are capable, you are resilient. So keep persevering, keep believing, and always remember that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Until next time, peace, much love, and please keep on creating your inner abundance. Thank you. Bye.